All right, let's dive right in. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are unpacking something absolutely fascinating. We're looking at how some of the most massive, world-dominating empires weren't actually built on groundbreaking, world-altering technology. Nope, they were built on something we all deal with every single day. Tiny, everyday annoyances.
Think about your morning routine for a second. You know the drill. A stubborn plastic package that just won't open. A password you've forgotten for the 10th time this week. Coffee spilling in your car. A charger cable hopelessly tangled at the bottom of your bag. Most of us just shrug, mutter a complaint, and move on with our day. But what if the next billion-dollar business is hiding right there in the most annoying 5 seconds of your day?
So let's get into Section 1, the billion-dollar myth. Small problems, massive opportunities. You see, while the vast majority of us just adapt to these daily irritations, a select group of entrepreneurs sees something completely different. Where we see a tangled cord, they see a massive opportunity. We have this grand myth, right? This idea that the world's biggest companies must have started out by solving massive global crises. But the reality is actually quite the opposite. Many corporate giants built their fortunes simply by making everyday inconveniences a little bit easier to deal with. They fixed problems so small that most people barely even register them as problems in the first place. Moving on to Section 2, Analog Empires of Convenience, looking at life before the digital age. To prove that this whole pattern of removing friction existed long before the digital age and modern tech startups, let's look at a really familiar physical item, the humble sticky note. It seems almost impossible that a tiny square of paper with a strip of adhesive could become one of the most recognizable office products on Earth. It was an accidental discovery that solved a remarkably undramatic problem. People just wanted notes that stayed where they put them, but could also be peeled off clean without damaging the surface. And that is literally it. That tiny inconvenience created a staple product worth billions in sales over the decades. Or think about the evolution of shaving. It used to involve expensive, frankly intimidating blade maintenance. You have to regularly sharpen a straight razor, which was time-consuming and honestly a bit terrifying for most of us. Then companies introduced inexpensive, easy disposable blades. They didn't invent shaving. They simply removed the time-consuming friction of the process, and in doing so, they created one of the largest recurring consumer markets in history. And we definitely can't talk about everyday convenience without talking about bottled water. On the surface, paying for water sounds totally ridiculous when Americans already have perfectly good drinking water coming right from their taps. But companies recognized another tiny problem. People wanted clean water while they were driving, exercising, or traveling. Despite having tap water, that simple desire for portable convenience birthed an industry worth hundreds of billions of dollars. That brings us to Section 3, selling time and comfort, the business of frictionless living. Sometimes, you aren't even selling a new physical product at all. You are just selling the removal of effort. The crucial point here is perfectly captured by the coffee revolution. For decades, coffee was just something people brewed at home. But businesses realized a small pain point. People wanted great coffee without the hassle of making it themselves. The result wasn't just about selling coffee beans anymore. It became about selling speed, consistency, comfort, and a daily ritual. Coffee shops convinced millions of us to happily pay several dollars for what is essentially cents worth of coffee, just so we wouldn't have to brew it. Which leads us to one of the most massive success stories in modern business, online food delivery. Think about it. Restaurants already existed, cars already existed, phones already existed. There was literally only one tiny problem left to solve. People simply didn't want to leave the house. By just eliminating that one short drive across town, delivery platforms built companies with astronomical valuations. The convenience itself wasn't revolutionary, but the scale, when millions of people share that exact same desire to just stay on the couch, that is completely revolutionary. The best business opportunities, honestly, usually sound almost boring. Waiting in line, finding parking, remembering passwords, tracking packages, scheduling appointments, charging devices, returning purchases. Rapid fire through these, and you quickly realize each one is just a minor annoyance that wastes a few minutes. But you multiply those few wasted minutes by millions of Americans every single day, suddenly you've uncovered a highly lucrative billion-dollar market.
All right, Section 4, the tech accelerator, eliminating the friction.
In the digital era, technology has perfectly supercharged this exact same principle of eliminating friction from our daily lives. Think about getting a ride before smartphones. Step 1, stand on a street corner in the pouring rain.
Step 2, hopelessly wave at traffic looking for an empty cab. It perfectly illustrates the frustrating uncertainty of the past. It was just an incredibly annoying set of steps just to get across time.
Now, compare that old way to this seamless tech solution of ride-sharing. Step 1, tap a button. Step 2, watch the driver's location on your screen. Step 3, know the price up front. Ride-sharing didn't invent transportation, guys. They just removed the uncertainty. A series of tiny digital improvements completely changed an entire industry forever. And this brilliantly illustrates why streaming platforms changed entertainment forever. People didn't hate television, but they hated commercials, they hated fixed schedules, and they absolutely hated those late fees from video rental stores. None of these were massive problems on their own, but combined, eliminating this specific combination of minor annoyances created an entirely new business model. Online shopping followed the exact same path. Why did it explode the way it did? Because it solved surprisingly small problems. Driving to the store, searching for parking, walking crowded aisles, standing in checkout lines, carrying your purchases home. None of these are impossible tasks. They are just inconvenient. With online shopping, the convenience actually became the product, rendering the physical merchandise almost secondary. Let's move on to Section 5, the creator's mindset, where we talk about turning consumers into creators. The psychological difference between those who simply consume the world and those who build it really comes down to focus. The most successful entrepreneurs don't sit down and ask, hey, what billion-dollar company should I build? Instead, they ask a much simpler, more penetrating question. What annoyed me today? They ask what task takes way longer than it should, or what people complain about every single day. That is the ultimate entrepreneurial secret. The answers are honestly hidden in plain sight, probably right inside the room you're sitting in. The zipper? Solved buttons that took too long. The microwave? Solved waiting for food to heat up. The remote control? Solved getting off the couch. Wireless earbuds solved those annoying tangled cords we talked about earlier. Automatic soap dispensers solved touching dirty pumps. Every single one of these represents a solution to an inconvenience that people had previously just accepted as a totally normal part of life. So, the crucial point is making that mindset shift. Most people just adapt to inconvenience, but creators, they become fascinated by it. They notice what everyone else ignores. Curiosity is truly the most valuable business skill you can possibly have. And today, with artificial intelligence, automation, smart devices, and digital services, we can solve these fascinating tiny problems faster than ever before. Which leaves us with this final, kind of provocative thought. The next giant company might not invent flying cars, it may simply eliminate one more annoying step from your daily routine. So the next time something frustrates you, even for just a few seconds, don't dismiss it. Stop and ask yourself, if millions of other people experience this exact same annoyance every single day, what would they pay to make it disappear? The answer might just be much bigger than the problem itself. If you found this breakdown valuable and want to keep unlocking more insights into how the world really works, make sure to subscribe to The Explainer. Join us next time, because you never know where that next big idea is hiding.